Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we get into our practice session, we'll take a few minutes to understand how this meditation can apply for our day-to-day life and what are the benefits that you can get out of it. So I think you can hear because this network dropped. So hopefully that you can reconnect in case if you are disconnected. So anyway, so before we start our session, we'll take a few minutes to understand how these meditations can help for our day-to-day activities. And when it comes to meditation, it's not kind of the thoughts that we think. It is total experience that we have within ourselves. Because mostly we try to practice meditation with the informations. But when you are reflect on informations, it's a kind of like a meditation, but you disconnect from the very realistic, the moment of experience within yourself. So in tranquility state, in the very first level, in the tranquility state, it helps you to get into this very moment that you go through your body and mind. And it is not information. Once you pass that moment, or maybe once you disconnect from that moment, maybe the information can help. So recognizing this real moment within yourself is a challenge for us. Why it is a challenge? Because our own memory. Mostly we used to live in memory. That's why it become a challenge. So then you have to remember when you come to practice, it is nothing to do with reflect on ideas. You have to disconnect from that and get into the very moment of experience. When you get into the moment of experience, it's anymore not going to become kind of like informations. So that sharp separation is very important to understand. And it's like this. So sometimes you have seen this money or notes, there are trees, birds, mountains. So like that certain landscape. So the money is something valuable and it has some landscape, the animals, maybe people, or maybe you have seen some artwork with landscape or the birds, trees, and it give you some kind of information. But just imagine you are in front of the real tree. So in front of the real bird, you just watching with your natural eyes. In that very moment, whatever the experience you gain, that experience you cannot get out of looking that picture. So the tranquility state is kind of like you experience the real moment. You have the real connection with the nature or the animal. And the information is kind of like that you see the picture. So then when it comes to life, you have to look yourself and see, are you tuning to that, the moment of experience, or are you see the life, or are you experiencing life as a picture? It's a two different way. Maybe sometimes you think it's the same thing. It's like oh, it is a bird. But when you have the real bird and the picture, it's two different things. So that the experience in life and the ideas, two different things. But how about when you live in ideas, what happened to the moment of real experience? It disappears. Disconnect. That doesn't mean it's not happening there. It keep happening, but our awareness is somewhere else. So the practicing meditation will help you to get into that bottom. It's like a kind of like a seed. The whole, the very power or the strength or the nature to give the flowers or the fruits or the tree. But when you look at the seed, you don't see a tree there. So like that, when you come to the moment, it's maybe just a moment. In the surface level, you don't see anything. But if you able to get connected to that moment, it's like just imagine one seed. Just you have one seed, just apple seed or mango seed in your hand. So that seed has power to, there is a possibility by the time in the future, there is a possibility that one seed can give mangoes to this entire world. So the one seed of apple can, there is a possibility, can give apples to this entire world. So same like this moment of experience, if you able to get into that experience, it has power to bring the connection to entire universe. So then you have to look as life, what you experience is very shallow level of feelings, but underneath there is something happening. We miss it. So practicing meditation will help you to get into that. And once you start to go towards that way, one of the major important thing is you have to have a will to give 100% to yourself. So that is something, because we mostly, when we do things, we just do it half. And sometimes something in our mind and physically we somewhere else. So most of time when we do day-to-day activities, our mind somewhere else, we mostly keep thinking something and doing things. You know, eating, working, when you have the shower, or even go to sleep, your mind somewhere else. But if you able to give 100% to the moment, and that is one way that you can get into that deeper connection. So then while you practice meditation, remember, don't hold anything back yourself. 100% have the will to give to your primary mental object. And when you do that way, don't look for outcome. Don't depend on outcome. Just like a one-way journey, you just give. So whatever the outcome comes, it's okay. But have the will, you are willing to give your best, moment by moment, maybe suddenly disappear, then again you have to come back. Again, you have to come back. And sometimes the failures happening in you teach you something. So that's mean, even though you thought that you giving your 100%, you're not giving it. That's why that some kind of the failures happen inside you, because you know that. In case if you have that, then rather than becoming worried, disappointed, and doing different things, and get the lesson out of that, what you went through, and be very careful. Even though you know on the surface level you giving your best, you should know there is something missing. Find that. Day by day, try to find little by little your own blind spots. So then by the time you will see There are a lot of things around us, ourselves, we didn't see. Because when sometimes when things very simple, when things very visible, when things in front of us, it is very hard to see. Nothing wrong with anything. Only thing is, we have to be sharp. Our awareness need to be at the right place with the right intention towards the right mental object. But get into that. Suddenly you cannot do it, maybe. Overnight you cannot do it. So that's why we keep practice. So then in day-to-day life, how you can get the help out of your activities and apply it to your meditation, your sitting meditation. So in whatever the actions, the bodily action you do, whatever the activities in day-to-day life, just do your best. Be with it. Give you 100%. And then once it becomes attitude, when you sit, naturally your mind start to get that ability to be with the moment. Then you no need any kind of effort. Then you come to a point to tune to the present moment effortlessly. That is what called the flow. That is what you need. Once you sit, right away, you get connected to the primary mental object. And then by the time you pick up little by little sharpness you pick up. But in the beginning, you need that settle down. You need that flow. So get into that flow just by, sitting only a few minutes. You cannot do it, maybe. Some people can do, but everybody cannot do. So then in day-to-day life, so whatever you do, bring your best to that. Thinking something else, don't try to perform your bodily action. So get your mind to your body. Let your body to tune to your mind. Synchronize this both and whatever that you do. And then your conventional life going to become more and more and active and successful, and you gain more good result. And at the same time, your mental practice also going to become more sharp and clear. So that clarity will take you to the deeper level of nature. And then you can see and you can experience the very moment of life. That experience is worth than 100 books talk about life. As you know, you cannot learn swimming by reading. But nowadays, maybe there are Zoom classes for swimming. Some people really believing in it. But you cannot do that. Cycling, swimming, you cannot. You have to get into the water. So like that, when it comes to wisdom, by information, you cannot get it. Maybe it will direct us towards the point to be experience ourselves, but remember that experience, that the information, you cannot take it as the wisdom. But that is what's happening mostly. We try to collect information and we live with it as thinking it as wisdom. No, it is like the bird on that paper. It's kind of like the trees. in the pictures. So like that, rather than living in informations, start to get into experience. And when you come to that point, you will see that all the informations that you have inside you start to come against. And without looking twice towards that, without holding that information, just whatever, it is okay. Being settled down in the moment, you have to have so much strength and courage. See, it's our inside, it's our own nature. So recognizing that is itself become a wisdom for you. Sometimes we try to, sometimes we hear the songs and we watch movies and we read poems and we try to, see the life. It's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to life, the real poem is this. When your life go up and down, when the situations come, when the events happen around you unexpectedly, when the things completely become mess up, and somehow you able to find the balance and go through it, and somehow by the time this everything will move and be change, and when you experience it by yourself, that is the beautiful poem itself. So try to get that poem, listen to that music, watch that movie that you are in, then you will see. Recognizing it within yourself itself uplift your awareness, and it become a wisdom for you. And in that living experience, the wisdom that tuned to yourself will show you your next moment. It is not by collecting information and analyzing future. No, it comes within yourself and with the strength and balance and clarity. And when it comes that way, there is no fear for life or any situation. And whatever happens, you're going to be okay with that. That is what you need. It is possible. But as I mentioned, sometimes when the very simple things we miss, we can't see. Like that, we have to start this journey with our own inhalation, exhalation, and experience it yourself, and it will become kind of like a beautiful poem to yourself. So that tune to moment of experience and be with it. And can you enjoy that beauty rather than go with the information? So that is going to become a real challenge, but it's still, once you have the deeper, the clarity or the intention to go towards that, you can do it. Why? Because this everything depends on our own mind, nothing else. Even though there are many things, but for the moment, when it comes to awareness or the clarity, recognition, it is our own mind. So keep the trust, keep the faith on that your own mind, and be with your own body, and start to give your best to your primary mental object. and try to see it, try to recognize it, and try to understand it the way it happened. Maybe in the beginning, it's not going to be the same. It's become different. Like when you go to the ocean, you see maybe the wind go to the same direction, but there are people sailing. There are boats go to different directions, and sometimes in the beginning, the same, that even though inhalation exhalation happens, our intention is there, maybe thoughts go here and there. The very reason, because that is how we used to live, that's why. But just keep focus, keep go towards the inhalation exhalation. By the time, you will able to slowly find the path and be with it. And once you get into the flow or the rhythm, just try to increase the duration. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line. And bring your attention to your body and observe head to toes. And say, Supateva, oh, may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently inhale, exhale 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. When it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, your guardian angels and deities will receive this and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Tavata chamnihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.